Everyday Heroes is sponsored by J&K Home Furnishings.
Well, it's been over a month since Hurricane Helene devastated western North Carolina. In the days that followed the storm, supplies helped people not only cope with the aftermath, but it helped them survive. As the season has changed, so too has the need of these people who live there. There are several people right here in the Low Country who continue to answer that call to help in this week's Everyday Hero.
It's been a struggle, that's for sure, and the longer we're here, the more it kind of sets in.
Hearing firsthand from people whose lives have been upended.
The rebuilding thing really is the biggest need.
A month after Helene, driving through little towns in the mountains, places like Little Switzerland, Bakersville, and Spruce Pine. Things may be better, but are far from normal. And for people who are continuing to help, there is a blunt reality.
We really need things just to keep people warm, just to keep them from freezing to death.
Our biggest needs are things for winter.
The calls for help have not gone unanswered. Hearing you loud and clear down here in the Low Country, a steady stream of life-saving supplies making their way to the Highlands.
It's pretty rough up there. I mean, it's going to take about a decade for them to recover.
It's extremely heartbreaking.
That's Chef Graham Calabria, Nick Mead. Calabria grew up in the mountains, and for Mead, it's an area he loves to visit. It's been difficult for both to see the suffering of friends and family.
People have lost their entire homes. They're living in tents. Some people still don't have generators or space heaters for those tents.
Both have already made several trips back and forth to the hardest hit areas, but it was the trip where Mead took his smoker and delivered a warm home-cooked meal when he realized more needed to be done.
We had about 300 people come by to get, home-cooked meals, and I saw the joy that it put on everybody's face. And at that point, I said, we need to start thinking of Thanksgiving and then Christmas.
And that's when these two got together, reached out to their friends, many in the food and beverage industry, and figured out a way to cook and deliver 1,500 pounds of turkey for Thanksgiving.
We have turkeys going to right outside of Charlotte, John G's restaurant. Darren's going to be smoking some turkeys, and then Miller's all day, Nathan Thurston. He was so kind to offer us one of his Sprinter vans, so he's actually going to be running the turkeys straight to Swannanoa. And then we've got Greenville location of Lewis Barbecue has been super awesome. Can't say thank you enough to Philip Powers. He's going to be smoking 75 turkeys and then driving them up himself. And I'd like to do like a little call to action to all the restaurants in surrounding Charleston, Berkeley County areas. If they want to bring sides, then we can transport them through cold storage and make sure that there's no time temperature abuse.
So many generous with their time and money, the work far from over.
This is going to take, a community united, we stand, divided we fall. We're going to need a lot of people coming together for the next decade plus. I mean, these are our neighbors in the Carolinas, and we have to stay Carolina strong.
A nice hot meal goes a long way, but thinking beyond Thanksgiving, Mead and others have started LittleSwitzerlandRelief.org. It's a nonprofit and a chance for everyone to continue to help, because although the leaves have changed color, the need has remained the same for people in western North Carolina.
100%. Yeah, it's definitely something that's going to need to be sustained help for at least a year or two.
And if you think your kindness and generosity will go unnoticed or won't help, think again.
The gratitude comes from every local Appalachian, and I just want to say thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you in advance for all that you do.
Such a good story. Well, if you would like to help, you can go to LittleSwitzerlandRelief.org. There's so many ways to give, and all of them, as you heard, are so much appreciated. You can email Brendan at bclark@wcbd.com or go to our website, counton2.com, if you would like to nominate an Everyday Hero.